I was a fifth grader when the Korean War broke. It was morning, June the 25th. We heard the news that there is a war. But I didn't know what that is, how serious that was. And a few days later, my sister came to our house. They were the refugees. They walked from Seoul to our village to escape the war. Our village was a remote village. Just before the UN soldiers pushed up, when I was playing outside, I saw 5 or 6 North Korean soldiers. The communists occupied most of the parts of our area, and one of my brothers was an elementary school teacher, and he had to help. He had to work for the communists. What can he do? I went to school every day. What they taught was only North Korean songs, which I still remember because all the students, they were singing every day, you know. 아침은 빛나라 이강산 은금의 자원도 풍부한. That must be the national anthem of North Korea. And soon, when in September the UN soldiers and South Korean army came up, we were singing other songs. We learned other songs.
What are those songs?
Maybe a little bit later it may come up to my mind.
Okay.
Right now, I cannot. And then sad thing happened. My brother was arrested. He was put in jail for many days because he served the North Korean army. He was so hungry. They were giving them jumokbap, rice ball. That was not enough for just a small rice ball. My father visited the police department so often, and he begged them to set his son free and all those, and then finally he was set free, and winter came. And one early morning, about dawn, around 5 o'clock in the morning, I was sleeping with my sister and mother, and somebody was at the door. Omani, North Korean dialect, which is Omani, mother. Omani, Omani. My mom was trembling. Oh, who is it? Who is it? And open the door. And then whole bunch of Chinese soldiers were there outside. He wanted to occupy our house, to cook, to do all kinds of things. We went to our aunt's place next door, and the first lieutenant of the Chinese soldier came to visit us, and he was able to talk in simple Korean. He said he was sorry that he took our home, and he has his wife and children in China. He missed them, and he was crying. For a long time, his crying face was in my memory. I felt so sad for him. I felt so sorry. And a few days they stayed there, and they left. They always moved at night because of the plane. And about a week after that, our village was bombed by US planes. Every day we were escaping to outskirts of our village, and we went into the cave. It was not a deep cave, but big enough for our family members to crawl in and hide. When the plane were all gone, people were, bloody faces, bloody arms, all those. And then it was about February or so, some of the UN soldiers came. They were going up. Those days, we had to hide again because rumors were going around that UN soldiers rape the young women. And so my sister-in-laws, and we just every morning after the breakfast, we would go to the cave to hide.
Do you remember then when the armistice was signed?
Yes, I was a middle school girl, and our principal asked the whole school to go out to the demonstration. It was from the governor or state. They must have sent all the notices to schools to have a demonstration. We were yelling, we are against it. We are against the armistice. We had that kind of demonstration quite often because North and South will remain the same. We didn't like that.